Hello everyone, welcome back. This is 𝗦𝗡𝗏𝗓 from Man United fans' voice. Manchester United 0, West Ham 1, and United are out of this season's Carabao Cup. So let's try and analyze the game, what went wrong and why United failed to win against West Ham last night. Games like that one last night are very easy to try and analyze and talk about what went wrong. You don't have to have any amazing football knowledge to understand what happened in that game. When one of the two teams has basic stats in such emphatically high levels, then that kind of draws the picture for you. When one team had 27 shots, 15 of which from inside the box, they had 61% of the ball possession, they had 49 touches inside the opposition team's box, then it is very simple and very easy to analyze what happened in that game. Of course, it is unfortunate and upsetting to go out of any competition. But as I sat here and publicly criticized Solskjaer's decisions last Tuesday, I will now sit here and publicly say that yesterday we were tactically good. It is the manager's job to help the players to take the ball from the defense to attack. It is the manager's job to give the players a specific game plan that will allow them to get into scoring and shooting opportunities and positions. From there, it is the players' job to make the right decisions and executions. Yesterday's loss is not down to Ole. After the first 10 minutes, for a highly rotated team, that was a good performance. The attacking and pressing intentions were there, and bar a slow start and a sloppy goal, the only thing really missing was clinical attacking, decision making and execution. But I really think that most of the players involved yesterday will continue to be reserves. I don't think 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 is going to get another chance in the starting 11, and I also believe that despite the fact that they were positive for large amounts of that game, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 and Telles will really struggle to get any substantial game time this season because of the quality of players that they have in front of them. That game yesterday was for the Carabao Cup, which is our fourth priority competition. We had a very difficult away game on Sunday, and we have many important and difficult games coming up one after the other fast. If last night Solskjaer used more first team players, people would be rightly so accusing him for not rotating enough and risking Saturday's game against Aston Villa. Last season so many fans were complaining and accusing Ole for not rotating his team enough. Last night he did that and he was absolutely right to do so, and people are complaining again. Now don't get me wrong, I am not pretending that Solskjaer did not want to win the Carabao Cup. I believe that he definitely wanted to win it. So he put a team in place that he thought was good enough to win yesterday. And he was right. It's not very often that a team has 27 shots and doesn't score a goal. But he had to make a decision. From the two games in the week before yesterday's game and the two games in the week after, that last night was the least important one. The player that disappointed the most last night was 𝗦𝗡𝗗𝗏𝗓. Unfortunately, desire and hunger have been very questionable for quite a while now. I just feel it's a shame because we all know the talent is there, but at 25 years old we should be seeing it more consistently by now. One good season out of 6 is simply not good enough, and I do believe he has had more than enough chances and now he has too many players ahead of him. I think 𝗦𝗢𝗓 has accepted that, and that is why he is showing absolutely no hunger and no desire to fight for a starting 11 place. Having talent is one thing, but hard work is simply another. I can excuse lack of talent, but I cannot excuse lack of effort. Football is a game of opinions, and I am sure that many will disagree with me on this one. Yes, Donny was good last night, although he was partly responsible for the goal we conceded. But saying that Donny should replace Fred proves that we are missing key elements and key facts when we are expressing this specific opinion. They don't play in the same position. They don't have the same role. Matic replaced Fred in the starting 11 yesterday. Donny replaced whoever plays as our number 8, that's usually Scott McTominay. Like I've pointed out in previous videos, Solskjaer plays with one central defensive midfielder, or like we say, the number 6, and one box-to-box, the number 8. If we are saying that Donny should replace Fred, it is like we are saying that Solskjaer should play without any defensive midfielder and use two box-to-box. Yes, I agree, Donny van de Beek deserves more playing time. But replacing Fred is not the right answer. The result was definitely disappointing. But in my opinion, looking at the bigger picture, it is very hard to not feel satisfied with the transformation and evolution of our squad. To think that that was United's B team, when just a few years ago United's A team was probably weaker than that one last night. That is amazing. Making 11 changes and being by far the better team, that is something very positive. And in my opinion, a very encouraging performance last night was Dean Henderson's. Coming back from COVID struggles, making 2 very good saves and generally looking very sharp, that is very, very positive for our team. Regardless of what happens with the goalkeeper situation, both of our goalkeepers have started the season very, very well. I want to finish tonight's video with this. This new fashion of wanting the manager sacked, and this new trend of I want this manager or I want that manager, is something I simply cannot relate with at all. You sound like little spoiled kids that constantly want a new toy. I am sorry to be so blunt, but you've become predictable and boring. Of course, we have the right to have an opinion. Of course, we are going to criticize when that is needed. But as a supporter, your job is to support. After Sir Alex, we've had 3 different managers, and Ole's fate is going to be decided by the board depending on what their view is on how the team is performing. Let them do their job, and although yes, you have the right to an opinion, make sure as a supporter you are doing your job to support. Glory, glory, Man United. Good night.